Zdravím vás, přátelé a kamarádi, zpátky u hry Hogwarts Legacy, kde budeme dál pokračovat v naším příběhu, nebo útěku ze školy, nebo nevím. Tak. Konečně jsme se dostali na kolej, zmiozelskou kolej. Tak bych rád našel ty svoje hadry. Už umím vražebné kouzlo Lumos, takže si můžu svítit. Tak, pokecáme tady se Sebastianem. Můžu ti pomoct. Hodně bys mě pomohl, kdyby to bylo s českýma titulkama.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's, who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Strašná cesta, jsem rád, že jsi s Fingem v pořádku. Bylo to zrušující.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Nechtěl jsem tlačit, prostě se může mluvit víc.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian.
Dobře, s tebou jsem si pokecal.
Nice meeting you too.
Angličtina je moje silná stránka.
If you do that, you'll lose.
Tak, ty tady s tou babou.
Not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you and Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Mimochodem jsem Imelda. Škoda, že jsi nebyl s tebou.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Když o tom mluvíme, rádi si před vyučováním. Broom je koště, ne? Něco z koštěta, no. No nic. Tady je něco, to druhý je něco z bizarre chest, to budou šachy.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
No, tak asi nic.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Proč to nemůže být jak v Demolition Manovi? Vražda, smrt, zabití, jednoduchý odpovědi.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Thank you, Ominous.
A jestli budu jenom něco potřebovat, tak se stavím.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Hej, jsi nějak rozběhl po těch schodech.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Kniha přání a stížnosti.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Počkat, tady je nějaká truhla. Ne, že mi zdrhneš, babko.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Si jsme dostali level. Počkat tady. Bože, continue. Tak.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that. inside and outside of the castle.
Žala.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Co tady? Si mám vybrat nějakou pozici nebo co? Co tady mám udělat? Vlaječku si někde mám dát, ale nemá to myslím. Select the region to continue. To jsou já. Ale kde tu... Kam tu vlajku mám dát? Velkou hlavu nechci. Ale jak si to mám vybrat?
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
To jsem se dostal zase někam do prdele.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I can't.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
No, angličtina.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn.
Vyrazí do
Happily,
prasy,
your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ježišmarja, hurá, teď zase mám pokecat s dětkem.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Mám ještě nějaký úkol.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Bedna.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogsmeade.
Po schodach, poznávám.
So many interesting people from all over the
I'd imagine the Hufflepuff.
There's something in there. I just know it.
I'd like to send out, but I have no one to write to.
Because we're Bedno.
There are a few students here I'd like to send a Howard.
Ugh. What am I missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Nějaké dveře nebo něco? Mě to tady ukazuje.
My older sister's taught me everything I know.
Revelio. Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I like sitting around the fire in the especially.
Si zahraju na kožaka.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
There was something else too. A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
Šála. albu mám toto. Tak. Jo, vole, kam teď?
I think
How
there were
nice to see you,
dogs
my
as well.
young friend.
Počkej, tady něco. Tak co, kolik si zabil špinavých mudlovských šmejdů? Ještě ani jednoho. Potřebuji se dostat nějak. A nedaří se mi. Bude bez tak za těma dveřama.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Ne.
In trouble, are we? Been up to no good?
Lumos.
To ukazuje, že mám jít sem, ale to tady.
142 steps. This is where they put me.
Ne, to ještě není to moje oblečení. To asi až dál bude. To ukazuje tady.
Lumos. Revelio.
I tried transforming a rabbit into a dinner plate.
Tak si vemu ten port, nebo co to je. Aby za chvilku nedošel školník. Vy jste zabil moji kočku. Potre. Zabiju vás. Za jakou hrajou frakci? Zmiozel. Za Zmiozela. Tyhle, kam mám jít? Já jsem fakt úplně dutej z toho.
Revelio.
You think Gareth would?
No. Konečně jsem se někam dostal.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Ježišmarja. Do prdele.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Já nemám Sherlocka.
A perfectly executed Levioso.
Good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
What be your first duel?
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego. Complicates things.
Levioso.
If only all of my students were this adept. I do enjoy
Vybuchni, vole.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Avada Kedavra nemám. Ani Abracadabra.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they
nemám
must
hypnotický
achieve it.
Pokémony.
A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day.
Bedna.
Nice work.
Tak jsou blbej nebo navedený. Kde ta bedna je? Žeru mekáš, no počkej vetra. Posereš. Tak kde je ta bedna? Tady to je. Zaplať. Zaplatím. Yeah. Okamžitě mě to nauč.
Revelio.
Nevím, kde je ta bedna.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
A, další level. Šup. Aha. Já chci sexy pláštík, já nechci vikingsky rukavice a brejle.
What are you up to now?
Skvěle budím hrůzu. Mě to tady furt ukazuje ty pedny. Je, hajzle. A, bedna. Bude asi ona. Tak, babko. Nemám breakpoint. Nějaký ten život. Tady by měla být bedna, nevím. Potřebuji najít to druhý.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Kam mám jít? Já, konečně. Ne, vrátně tu bednu.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms.
Dobře,
Now,
ne,
this will
tej.
be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Tak.
Accio!
Čorka.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Kdybys mě naučil radši něco užitečného, dětku.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Proč zase já, dětku?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Splendid! Stay focused. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, that's it! Very good. Not to
Ty
worry.
vole, jak se to vypíná, ta bejkárna.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Tak začni ty, Můro 1.
Let us see this.
Já si srandu.
That is how it's done.
Ty vole, to zase přepálím.
Watch this.
Děláš se, že prdel.
There we go.
Accio.
Happens to the best of us.
Be sharp.
Yes!
No tak. Neumím to.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Bubák mě porazil. Ty vole.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Opováž se spadnout.
Splendid!
Watch this. There we go.
Ty vole, jak se to vypíná, ta potvora?
Don't lose your composure.
Here we go! Yes!
No.
Accio.
Nicely done.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Stejně tě zabiju.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Tak se vybrblej.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
a word, if you would.
If you're
You
so
wanted to
inclined.
speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
I enjoy my reading. And then the werewolves join the goblins in the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
Rebellion. Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boys. Lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a...
Bacha, vole.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Kam jsem to zase vlezl? Mě asi upadly nohy chodit jako tady ve škole takový schody. No to nějak šlo. Ten to tady studoval. Ne. Tady nemám nic. To bude ještě zajímavý, no, to cestování. No aspoň, že už nemusím běhat ty schody.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
To je, no. Sezóna, otevři se.
This is my sister's first year at Hogwarts.
Tady je zase nějaká kočka.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Do hajzl prkenýho. Spadl mi tady papír.
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Děkuji ti, babko, že už mě pouštíš. Co mi tady ukazuje gear? Yeah. Co mě to ukazuje tady v gearu? To nemám. Inventory. A! Kde to je? Už nemůžu nosit, když to mám v kolekci. Jak to můžu nosit teda? Inventář. Kolekce.
You can't imagine how
Budu muset dopravit.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio.
Revelioni.
Lumos. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Tyhle, co ty mám udělat? Skin 2. To nechci. Quest. Kde jsou ty kouzla?
Professor, why must I complete these tasks?
They are meant to give you first-hand experience as you proceed to master new bits of magic. Good luck, and I shall see you soon.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Lumos. Accio.
Never seen devil snare in the wild.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Accio. Brilliant. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Got it.
I tried to transfigure my phone.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Off on another adventure,
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Další růst. To budu muset poskládat celou tu knihu. Dostal jsem kloboušek.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Accio! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Kam je to furt vede?
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
To furt tahá ven.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Tak. A budeme opravovat.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a Jill.
Rumor is.
Accio! Reparo.
Nenažraná žába.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Hello, looking for me?
Tak přátelé a kamarádi, a tohle epizodu bych se s vámi dneska rozloučil a uvidíme se u další epizody, kde budeme dále pokračovat. Děkuju všem, co se zastavili a mějte se.